Kinsler, who has 2 leadoff home runs in his last 3 games, taking the pitch high. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. He has 3 leadoff home runs already this season, having a great start with 9 home runs overall. And there is a strike. The man calling balls and strikes Rob Drake. Paul Emmert at first base, Bill Hahn at second, and Casey Moser around at third. 54 degrees at game time, and the pitch swung on and a towering pop-up hit on the left side of the diamond, and Beltre will scoot over and make the easy catch. One away here in the first, and 20-year-old Elvis Andrus, the shortstop for the Texas Rangers. The Rangers thinking so much of this young man that they moved the all-star Michael around to third base, Michael Young around to third base, and took his spot, and this kid's done a good job.
Well, we're already seeing Kinsler too. At one point, Young was the second baseman, so he's moved all over the diamond for him.
And Andrus a little bit low and outside with that pitch is Felix. The bullpen is in pretty good shape, considering it was a 15-inning ball game. Probably a couple of guys would be iffy as the strike is called. 1 ball and 1 strike tonight, but there's, as you can see, a starter out in the bullpen. Jared Washburn out there, and that's off the glove of the diving Adrian Beltre into left field for a base hit for Elvis Andrus, who has now a 3-game hitting streak. Hit very sharply. And speaking of streaks, Felix Hernandez has got a 19-inning, I should say, consecutive inning scoreless streak. He went 8 against the White Sox, of course, in the nightcap of that doubleheader, and very easily could have gone the 9th inning, I think, and the Mariners would have had 2 complete games from starters. But instead, he only went the 8th. High chopper, going to be lucky to get one, to tell you the truth. A quick throw at first, and they do get one. As Beltre threw a sinker over to Branyan, but Branyan came up with it.
Nice play by Adrian. Didn't panic at all. A lot of times guys will panic when a ball is hit this hard. It's right off the top of the plate. You can see how high and how long it takes. But Adrian gets rid of it quickly, and a nice play by Branyan at first base.
And Andrus now with 2 down is at second, and Hank Blaylock the hitter. Blaylock the designated hitter. Of course, used to be the third baseman, but I think maybe his defensive days are over. Maybe every once in a while I might put him at first base or third base.
Yeah, probably first. But he seems to like being a designated hitter. He has 7 home runs and 18 RBIs already.
Outfield playing him straight away, and the 0-1 pitch to Blaylock. What a change. Texas Rangers lead Major League Baseball in home runs by far. They have 44 home runs. But they're the same old Texas Rangers. They can bury you with offense, but their pitching has struggled a little bit. But not the man pitching tonight so far. Millwood. And a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. The Mariners pitching is #1 in the league as far as ERA is concerned, with a 3.60 earned run average. That's pretty tall cotton after 25 games.
And you mentioned the Rangers leading the league in home runs. The Mariners have given up the least amount.
That's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that just missed. You can see Texas 11 more, 9 more than the Yankees, I should say, and Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Cleveland 31 and 30. 1-2. into the gap. Moving over, running it down out there on a fine full gate. Franklin Gutierrez just flat out ran that ball, and deft the flying thing certainly was that time, as he ran it down right in the webbing of his glove, and the Rangers put up a 0. Franklin Gutierrez thanking him for that fabulous catch that took away an extra base hit. Let's look at the Mariners lineup, Mike.
Well, you have Ichiro, Chavez, Sweeney, Branyan, Beltre, Lopez, Jojima, Gutierrez, and Betancourt. Millwood off to a good start this year. His ERA just over 2. You see what he's done in his career, 13th season.
And Ichiro, a .431 batting average against Kevin Millwood, who's number 3 in the league in ERA with that 2.13 ERA. Is strike to Ichiro. And quickly 2 strikes. April kind of was a launching pad as far as the Rangers having a decent start. And we mentioned that in spring training when we looked at their schedule, and they had a decent April. Check swing foul. In April, they only played one club that finished over 500 last year. That was the Toronto Blue Jays, and they finished 1-2 against Toronto, but here they are at 500. Millwood 0-5 with a 6.07 ERA against the Mariners in his last 5 starts against the M's.
They've done an unbelievable job against him. Throwing nothing but strikes. 5 strikes in a row. Take a look at them all at the top of the zone. Millwood's done a nice job against left-handed batters this year. They're only hitting 156 off of.
Nobody's hitting much against him. 210 the batting average against him. That's 3rd best in baseball, in the league, in baseball. That's sliced to left field, and on the run, a fine running catch out there by David Murphy to deny Ichiro a base hit.
Well, they certainly read their scouting report. Murphy playing shallow and towards the line makes a nice running catch. Take a look at the rest of the defense. Murphy, Bird, and Cruz in the outfield. Infield's a little bit different for him. You have Young at 3rd base, Andrus, Kinsler, and Davis at 1st. Dalton Lamacchia behind the plate.
On 1 on Eric Chavez. Andy Chavez, I beg your pardon. And he's got the bunt. Foul, however, catches the cut of the grass. So Andy already first base will come back. And he wasn't used until the 13th inning yesterday, so he had most of the day off. He was used as a pinch runner in the 13th inning and came around to score when the Mariners scored 3 to tie that ball game at 7-7. High fastball. So Andy Chavez down on strikes. And Mike Sweeney, who had his 200th career home run in yesterday's ball game, in the 4th inning to get the Mariners to within a run at 3-2 at that particular time. Third. Michael Young will throw him out in a very easy first inning for Kevin Millwood. 3 up, 3 down, and after 1, the Mariners and the Texas Rangers, no score. And if so, make it a birthday to remember by reserving a private suite at Safeco Field. We can cater the party with all the essentials plus a few surprises. Celebrate your next birthday in a private suite right here at Safeco Field. The delivery is down low to Marlon Byrd. Want more information on the suites? Call 206-346-4001 or visit mariners.com/suites. Byrd, a line drive up the ladder as Beltre to one-hand the ball. Favored in full extension that time.
Yeah, it showed a little hang time too. It looked like that ball jammed Byrd a little bit. Adrian jumped a little bit early, was able to hang in there. Nice play.
And here comes Nelson Cruz with a 6-game hitting streak. Down low. It must be really windy because with the roof closed, you usually don't get a heck of a lot of wind. But going pretty stiffly out toward left field. One. Or it was. And when we say that, it dies down. And that's on top of the football stadium across the street, Quest Field. So you can see it's really whipping up out there. Steve Reich, 1-2. Nice change thrown that time by Felix.
be interesting to keep an eye on Felix. Dave, as you mentioned, he's a little bit under the weather today, and a lot of times keeps you from overthrowing the ball and trying to do too much with it. Maybe it's two-seamer. He might have a really good one tonight.
Bounce that one, so the count is full on Nelson Cruz. And he chased the ball. It was outside and low. Down he goes on strikes. First strikeout. Felix. Check of the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. You can see the business person special tomorrow afternoon at 1:40. Then the Mariners are off to Kansas City, to Minnesota for the second time, and then to Texas before returning home to face the Boston Red Sox in their only trip to Seattle this year. Hope you're making your plans to see the Bo Sox over the weekend. Little on inside. And that's lined into left center field for a base hit. And Andy Chavez will play it on the hop. After we get home after that Boston weekend, of course, interleague play will begin the next weekend, and the Giants will be in. Randy Johnson has 297 wins. He's got 3 more starts before he gets here to Safeco, so he'd have to go 3-0 to join the 300 club. Not impossible, but highly improbable. And there is a shot that he might go for 300 right here.
I think that would be fitting, don't you?
Oh, it'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Chris Davis is the hitter. Taking a strike. Chris Davis leads the league in strikeouts. He's fanned 37 times so far this year. But he's a power guy. You make a mistake on him, goes a long way. Change again.
He has a good one going tonight. His changeup, he's thrown it probably 3 or 4 times already, and they've all been pretty good pitches. Rangers very aggressive hitting club. Do you have a feeling what Randy will go into the Hall of Fame as? What hat he'll win?
I kind of have a feeling he might go in as a Mariner, to tell you the truth. And a swing and a miss. So Chris Davis, strikeout victim number 2. And El Rey, the king, wearing the crown very nicely so far here after 2 innings of work. No score. taking care of your clients is critical. Mariners baseball in a Safeco Field private suite provides your clients with a memorable night they will never forget. A new catering menu highlights many of the amenities that you and your guests will savor. For more information, call 206-346-4001 or visit mariners.com/suites. Hard ground ball by Russell Brennan right to Ian Kinsler. So one pitch, one down here in the second. Adrian Beltre now, his time. The Mariners 2 over 500 at home, 3 over 500 on the road. 1-1.
Adrian has a nice 5-game hitting streak. Hopefully things are starting to pick up for him.
Off the end of the bat. Yesterday's game, so many unusual things happened. Maybe one of the most unusual was the fact that there was 2 7th-inning stretches and 2 singings of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Breaking ball down low and outside ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 15 innings, 5 hours and 2 minutes. 526 pitches, 131 plate appearances, 13 different pitchers. Back up the middle. The time to get over there to one-hand the ball very nicely. A 20-year-old kid can play shortstop, Elvis Andrus.
Another one of the reasons why they decided to move Michael Young over to third, to get this kid in the middle of the diamond. Makes it look easy.
And here's the man who was at the plate and won both games against Oakland. The base hits. Strike down the middle. I have to say this, he was a little lucky yesterday. His little routine pop up.
Yeah, Davis, bad read, took him a little while to come in. By the time he figured it out, he was jammed. Ball ended up hitting the outfield grass and the Mariners won. But that's all right. You'll take those 2.
Oh, absolutely. And that pitch is hit high and deep into left center field. And on the run out there to make that catch is Marlon Byrd. Too much air under that ball. So here in the second, 3 up, 3 down, 6 in a row, retired by Kevin Millwood, and there is no score after 2. Move into the third, and our Aflac question before that: 5 pitchers in their 30s ranked in the top 10 among active players in career wins. How many can you name in their 30s?
Well, I can name one of them for sure. He's pitching tonight, Kevin Millwood.
Okay. Swing and a miss by Saltalamacchia, the switch hitting catcher. Jared hitting .279.
About Tim Hudson.
Yeah. Went through the count. How about
Roy Halladay?
how about CC?
CC Sabathia.
Burnett? AJ Burnett? No. Nice change. And Saltalamacchia is the 3rd strikeout victim.
Well, it's been a really good pitch for him, especially to the left-handed hitters. Take a look at it. Bottom falls out of it. Trying to gear up for Felix's 95-mile-an-hour fastball way out in front.
Ian Kinsler, the towering pop-up to Beltray to start the ball game. Fly ball to left. Yard's going to hold it. Right there on the warning track, Andy Chavez makes the catch.
What about Livan Hernandez?
Livan Hernandez, yeah.
So we have 3 of them.
Elvis Andrus, the base hit in the first inning. Nice pitch to Andrus. From Maracay, Venezuela. So Venezuelan facing a Venezuelan here. 120, and Felix is only 23. Bunt in the air, and Felix has got it easily to retire the side, and it's 22 innings in a row now in which he has not allowed a run. They go to the bottom of the 3rd. There's no score. Good pitching, as it figured to be, between Felix Hernandez and Kevin Millwood, who has retired the first 6 in a row, and Kenji Jojima will lead it off here, taking a strike across the letters. Jojima with a home run in the 9th inning yesterday that in essence sent it into extra innings. Tied the ball game at 4-4. 0-2 on him. And Millwood is dealing strikes.
You're absolutely right. 23 pitches, 18 of them for strikes, just 5 balls.
And right to first. So Mr. Davis will take it to the bag. Let's give you the answer to our Aflac trivia question. 5 pitchers in their 30s rank in the top 10 among active career players in career wins. How many can you name? Well, here they are. Andy Pettit, 217. He's 36. Bartolo Colon, who beat the Mariners last week with 152. Strike on the outside corner to Franklin Gutierrez. Livan Hernandez, who might guess, 148. Tim Hudson, you guessed that right, 146. And Kevin Millwood with 144. Among active pitchers with the most wins, one who's active but hasn't pitched yet for the Boston Red Sox, Tom Glavine. 305 victories. He's 43 years old. Strike 3 call. So Millwood is razor sharp tonight. 8 in a row retired.
Franklin wasn't happy about that last pitch. It was a borderline pitch, but when you're throwing a lot of strikes, typically you get the benefit of the doubt.
And Uni will be the hitter. And a little high. The amazing Jamie Moyer at the age of 46 has won 249 games. And an easy play for the first baseman right near the first base coach's box. Davis makes a catch, and it's a very easy first 3 innings for Kevin Millwood. Pretty easy, however, for Felix too. No score after 3.
The entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Brisk night here at Safeco Field, and a marked contrast in pacing from last night or yesterday afternoon's 15-inning 5-hour affair. This game is breezing along through 3. There's Michael Young leading off. Dave Sims along with Mike Flowers. Both pitchers really seem to be on here today.
They are on today, and you kind of expected that coming into the game. Felix on a great roll coming into it. Had to wonder a little bit. He's a little bit under the weather. You see this base hit up the middle. But Millwood, you know, his ERA just over 2. He's been pitching well, so you kind of expected that to be the case, and so far it has been.
Felix He's got his scoreless streak up to 22 innings. Struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game, and all 3 hits belong to the Texas Rangers. Here's Hank Blaylock. Gutierrez made a brilliant catch on him to end the 1st inning.
He really covered a lot of ground, didn't he?
Whew. This one a drive that Indy's going to have to track down. Off the track, Young running well, coming to 3rd. Here's Uni's throw to the plate, not in time. RBI double. Hank Blaylock, 1-0 Texas. So they pitched him outside for the 2nd time, and he went that direction. This time nobody could glove it.
Looks similar to the ball that Gutierrez ran down. This one just split the gap a little bit better for him, and nobody can catch up to it. Young, with his speed, is able to score easily from first.
Ends Felix's scoreless streak, 22 innings. Here's Marlon Byrd. Wonder how long it took the guys to unwind after that game yesterday. 5 hours and 2 minutes, 15 innings. That is a long time.
Took me about an hour. How about you?
Good dinner, drove the wife to the airport, got home. I was watching something. Next thing I know, the clock had moved several hours. Some game. Pitch to Bird. It's in there for strike. 1-2. Texas center fielder.
So far, Felix looks like he's trying to throw some 2-seamers inside to him, trying to keep him from hitting the ball to the right side, move the runner over.
Gonna get it out here in the 4th inning. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Blaylock rounding 3rd. Bobbled by Gutierrez. The runner Bird holds. So another RBI. Marlon Bird's 15th RBI. Rangers have a 2-0 lead.
Well, it's another solid base hit up the middle. You can see the 2-seamer he tried to throw inside right on the corner. Nice piece of hitting by Bird. Even though Gutierrez bobbled it in the outfield, I don't think he would have had much of a shot at the plate.
One thing we know about this Texas ball club, they can swing the bat. Coming 3rd behind Toronto and LA in batting average, 1st in home runs, 1st in slugging. And this is without right now. They've spent some time now with Josh Hamilton on DL, and that's a bullet right up the middle. Felix had to duck, and the dive by Lopez came up empty. Nelson cruised. It's 4 straight hits.
This one's hit right on the button. Nice try by Lopez and slicing back at him, but just out of his reach. Good effort. Rick Adair is going to go out and talk to Felix.
First 3 innings. Felix 2 hits, 1 in the 1st inning, 1 in the 2nd inning. He struck out 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and here it's been single to center, double to left center, single to center, single to center.
Difficult thing when the Rangers is they're such a good hitting ball club that you can make some good pitches on them and they're still going to get their hits. You just try to keep them from bunching them together, and they've been able to do that in this inning so far, putting 4 on the board.
Ron Washington with his 3rd base coach Dave Anderson. This is David Murphy, their left fielder. He got a base hit to left in the 2nd inning. 2-0 Rangers, top of the 4th inning. Fly ball left field. Andy Chavez has it covered. 1 out. Tomorrow afternoon, take a 9-inning lunch right here at Safeco Field when the Mariners meet these Rangers. U.S. Bank Mariners matinee with a special 1:40 start time. Tickets, visit mariners.com. Marlon Bird's at second. Nelson Cruz at first. One down for Chris Davis. Straight back by Davis. Rangers have won 2 consecutive games, 4 of 6. Meanwhile, Angels 3-0 over the Athletics, bottom 3. A late start. Red Sox Yankees 4-0 Sox at the new Yankee Stadium. Felix love to throw a DP ground ball. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball to Davis, 0-2. Felix said to have some flu-like symptoms, but there's no way you're getting him out of this one. That wasn't going to happen. Had the ankle issue back in the first game. Good looking breaking ball, and that gets Davis 2 down. 4th strikeout.
Well, I think the thing they're going to watch closely is his velocity. If he starts to lose some off of it, might have to go get him. We don't know how long he's going to go. Nice pitch down in the zone, but you just really have to be careful with it. When you're not feeling well, you can lose it in a hurry.
54 degrees. Heck of a breeze blowing out to right field. Left field, beg your pardon. Here's the catcher, Jared Saltalamacchia. Struck out on 3 pitches. Longest name in Major League Baseball as we speak. Boy, I wonder who had the task of sewing those babies on. Get them lined up right. Well, he did better than the folks who did the Nationals uniforms a couple of weeks ago. You see that?
No, I didn't.
Adam Dunn, and I think it was Zimmerman, came out with NATINALS. They left the O out. Tip of the cap to the clubbies, the equipment men, whoever it was that got Jared's name on there correctly. 1-1. Imagine that those guys played an entire game. Got out in the field. Nobody saw it. I guess once it got on TV, they saw it.
No, the guys wearing them didn't notice it either?
Correct. Well, that's how the game started. Change of pace there, 1-2. 83 miles an hour. So Felix with a 1-2 count to Saltalamacchia. 2 out, 2 on. And 2 runs in for Texas, trying to end it right here. Here's the 1-2. Just got a piece of it. Mike Jensen just had a pane of glass. There it is. Broken pane of glass. Man, just your luck, right, Mike? Holy mackerel.
Take the rest of the night off.
Asking a lot of that piece of glass that probably cost less than $1 to repair, to replace, and it's guarding a significant piece of equipment there that goes for several $1,000s. Wow. Good look, though. That's a heck of a curveball. Felix ends the inning right there. That is his 5th strikeout. He gives up 2 runs. Here's how that pane of glass, how it was broken. Yeah, right there. What are the odds that that thing would get squared up like that? 2-0 Rangers.
Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
2-0 Rangers. Kevin Millwood about to go through the Mariners lineup for the second time. He's retired the first 9 men that he's faced. Here's Ichiro. Kinsler throws him out. 1 down. Mariners had Millwood's number last year. Beat him 3 times. He had an ERA of 7.71. In fact, over his last 5 starts, Millwood's 0-5 with a 6.07 ERA against the Mariners.
30 pitches, 24 strikes tells the story. He's spot on. You know what? He's a little bit different this year, coming in with an ERA of over 2, just over 2.
2-1-3 to start the night. You bet. Here's Endy Chavez, struck out his first time up. He had a couple 3 stints on the DL last year. I think the Mariners saw that. Saw him in the second half of the year. He run right after Chavez. Quick 0-2. Veteran pitcher Kevin Millwood's been around. Went right after Chavez. Got him on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 3. Very quick 2 outs here in the 4th. We'll bring up Mike Sweeney. Bounced out to 3rd his first time up. Kevin Millwood, quick 2 outs. 33 pitches for 11 batters.
That's one of those things that you talk about all the time. You want to be patient, make the pitcher work, but when you're throwing strikes at the pace that Millwood is, he gives you no choice. Eventually you have to swing. He's doing a nice job of working ahead of guys.
Here's a strike. It seems that his windup and his setup seem a little bit different from the last time we saw him. I seem to remember him faced a little bit more straight up at address.
Turned.
Yeah. Atlanta, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Texas. Got to the Rangers back in 06. 2-1 to Mike Sweeney. Their home run number 200 yesterday. Congratulations to Mike. Millwood had all kinds of groin problems last year as a breaking ball skied to left field. No problem for Murphy. And Millwood breezes again through the Mariners and has retired everybody through 4. But the good news, we got a new pane of glass for our home plate camera. Way to go. Way to man the fort there, Mike. Mondo Burrito by Widmer, Ordinary Brothers Extraordinary Beer. And by Lithia. Better card buying experience starts at lithia.com. Cool night here at Safeco Field. Felix Hernandez against the hot swinging Texas Rangers. And that's a look at the flag. Center field. That thing blowing out hard beyond the stands. Left field. Wind really turn around. Hey, this ball may go fair. No, it doesn't. Hey, if you get a chance to retire, Kinsler's about the hottest hitter on the planet.
Absolutely. He hit this ball off the end of the bat, and it was spinning sideways like a top and tried to come back. At one point, it was actually on the grass. Why not let it go?
No longer saying, who is this guy? Remember that a couple, 3 years ago? Who is this Ian Kinsler? We know now. Big time player. 1-1. Check swing. He's having a fabulous start. To team leader. Home runs, RBIs, hits, runs, total bases, and he's got 7 stolen bases. Moreover, if you look at the American League numbers, my goodness, 4th in runs, 2nd in homers, 3rd in RBIs, 1st in total bases, 5th in base stealing, 4th in slugging. Felix's curveball is fabulous tonight. Strikes out Kinsler. That's a big out to get the 5th underway here.
He stayed with a bunch of softs, a breaking ball, change up. Just another one. You can see, man, he has. You're right, Dave. Tremendous movement. Just falls right out of the strike zone. Looks like it's going to be knee high, and it just disappears.
Yeah, you're trained to, if that's a strike, you're going after. You see it, then it's gone. You can't do anything about it.
Especially for somebody like Felix, because he throws hard. He's 94 to 95 miles an hour. You can't sit there and wait too long. You have to make a decision and let it fly.
Ron Washington told me in the radio pregame show he's going to do a lot of things with this young man right here. Their prize gem, Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. And he's got a quick bat, too. He's 2 for 3. He's the reason why they moved Michael Young from shortstop to third base. Got great range. And you can see that he can swing the bat. Tomorrow night, get some of the best major league prospects in the country. They're going to do battle as the Portland Beavers take on the Colorado Spring Sox. Spring Sky Sox. The Colorado Springs Sky Sox AAA Pacific Coast League matchup. Live coverage 7p right here on FSN and FSN HD. Andrus looks a little bit like him from a distance. Not quite as tall, but the same body type as Hanley Ramirez, the all-star shortstop for the Marlins. Breaking ball. Hammered to right. Ichiro going back. Track. Wall. Gone. See you later. 2-run homer for Michael Young. 4-0 Texas.
Wow.
First pitch, Michael Young. That's his 7th home run. It gives him 16 runs batted in.
Well, they lead the league in home runs. Breaking ball up in the zone, one of the few he's left up, and Young jumps all over it. Nothing cheap about this one either. This goes back by quite a ways opposite field.
So 4-0 Rangers. Blaylock and Bird with 4th inning RBIs. Now Michael Young's driven in 2. The home run. Here's Hank Blaylock again. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger, Kevin Millwood, retired. Mariners in order through 4. Blaylock's had his share of injuries of late. He broke on the scene. He a prolific power guy. 1 and 2. Hank back in 2003 at 29, followed that up with 32 homers, 25 home runs, and then the injuries started to take a toll. 2 and 2. Felix threw 3 and given up just 2 hits. 4 and 5 innings. Got some troubles. Swing and a miss, and Blaylock. Kenji applies a tag. Strikeout number 7. 2 outs here in the 5th. Boy, these Rangers can score. 4th inning, 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive hits. Here in the 5th inning, a single and a 2-run homer. There's Marlon Byrd. Crazy game. You get 15 innings, 5 hours, and then you get a guy out here now next night. A team not known for its pitching, and Kevin Millwood throws 4 perfect innings. It's crazy.
You catch guys at the wrong time. Millwood, a hot pitcher coming into this, off to a great start.
2.13 ERA.
Yep.
A 1-1. Breaking ball. Swung through. Ball and 2 strikes to Marlon Byrd. Look at some of these numbers from yesterday. Time of game 5:02. Pitches a bunch. Pitchers used. Runs scored. Hits. Wow. 29 left on base. Here's the 1-2 to Byrd. Felix giving up the runs in the 4th inning. Hit his scoreless streak ended at 22. Drops down on Byrd. He didn't take the bait.
Did the game yesterday take longer than the doubleheader we had in Chicago?
Oh, wait, what, by a lot. Yeah, good call. By a lot. 3-2 to Byrd. Swing and a miss. He got him. 8 strikeouts through 5 innings, but Felix Hernandez is down 4-0. 2-run number by Michael Young here in the 5th.
EmeraldQueen.com.
Chili Safeco Roof extended here at the Great Ballpark. 4-0 Texas in this miniseries. Back at it tomorrow afternoon, a 1:40 start. Look for you at the ballpark. Story right now, Kevin Millwood perfect through 4. He struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody. Meanwhile, Felix Hernandez gave up 2 runs in the 4th, 2 runs in the 5th. 4-0 Texas. Yesterday's game, we were talking about last inning. Yesterday's game, 5 hours, 2 minutes, a doubleheader that the Mariners played in Chicago last year. That was 5:42, 5 hours and 42 minutes, plus that half-hour break between games. Give you an idea how long yesterday's game was. My goodness. Fouled back by Brendan. Brandon, the Mariners home run leader, got 6. The 2-1. Brandon to be followed by Beltre and Lopez. There's Adrian. Still looking to really get wired up with that hitting game of his. Here's a 3-1. Long drive right field. Going back, and it is gone. Another home run for Russell Brennan. His 7th of the year. And the Mariners on the board. It's 4-1 Texas. And there goes the 4 innings of perfection for Kevin Millwood.
Brandon, one of the few hitters that's been able to get in the hitter's count on a 3-1 pitch. And probably just because of the score, 4-0 at the time, Millwood decided to challenge him with a fastball, and he hit this thing right on the button. This hits a line drive out.
So Russell Brandon coming through for the Mariners. Attacking it. People around the ball club. Don Wakamatsu addressing the fact that, yes, Jack Zarincic and Wakamatsu putting a lot of faith in him. You're going to get your 500-600 at bats. Oh, man, he squared that nicely. Fly ball left field off the bat of Belcher. Murphy's there. 1 down. Let's take a look at our Firestone leaderboard. Most pitches per start in Major Leagues. Millwood at the top. CC Sabathian. Toronto's Roy Halladay off to a fabulous start. Brett Myers of the Phillies. See that Zach Greinke won again tonight in Kansas City.
I did not.
Good news is Mariners missing this week.
Did he give up any runs, do you know?
Did not.
His ERA was an 0.50 going into the game.
Crazy. Lopez drills one center field. That'll sit for a base hit. So here come the Mariner bats. A run in, 1 out, a runner on.
Solid base hit up the middle by Lopez. A breaking ball away from him, stayed on it nicely.
Lopez having a real good homestand. Makes it 7 for 19. Kenji Jojima, a big game-tying home run, 9th inning yesterday. Down the line, that is a fair ball. Lopez to second. It bounces away from Murphy. Bruce Hines will hold him up. A double for Kenji Jojima. 1 out. The Mariners are back in business.
Kenji being very aggressive. He was aggressive yesterday when he tied the game with a home run in the 9th and does the same thing here. Pitch. First pitch fastball. Inside corner. Hits it right down the line.
Blew it by Michael Young. And it hit the stands where they jut out in left field. And Kenji Jojima coming through with a double. And for Kenji, that's his first 2-base hit of the year. Here's Franklin Gutierrez, struck out looking on 3 pitches his first time up. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Texas. A run on 3 hits for the Mariners. Gutierrez drives one deep left field. This ball game is tied up at 4. Gutierrez with his 3rd home run. And the Mariners have battled back one more time. This team's never down. Gutierrez runs his RBI total to 13.
Feel like you've seen this before? Remember the game that Verlander was thrown against the Mariners, cruising along with a no-hitter, and then the Mariners opened up the floodgates. Another fastball, middle in, and he didn't miss any of this. Hits it to the back of the bullpen.
And when they did it against Verlander, when Detroit was in, it was in the 5th inning. That baby went 402 feet. Brandon's went 401. 2 long balls here in the 5th inning. Scores tied. Betancourt with 1 out. Right field for Nelson Cruz. 2 down. Felix Hernandez reaction. Gotta love it. He's back in the game, all squared at 4-4. Franklin Gutierrez, big home run to tie it. The Mariners shut down through first 12 men, and boy, what a battle back here in the 5th inning. Very impressive. Well, you hear all the comments, you talk to the guys, there certainly is a belief here. There's no doubt about that.
I was just thinking, you know, they're in first place because their pitching has been so good. But on the nights when the pitching has faltered, it's amazing how their offense will come alive and get them back in ball games.
That's so true. As we mentioned, Millwood's 0-5 in his last 5 starts against the Mariners. Here's a drive down the right field line. That is a fair ball. Ichiro. He's got extra bases. He's thinking he's shifted into high gear. Here he goes to third. He is in with the triple. You could see him motor up as he was heading to second base. And Ichiro, he's in with his first triple of 2009.
Once it was a fair ball down the line, he knows how it's down in the corner. Typically the ball will stay in the corner, and that's what this one does. Oh, it looked like it hit right on the line. He's just cruising along right here, and once he hits first base, he looks up, he's got a chance, and that's when he kicks it into high gear. Mariners now have hit for the cycle in this inning.
Nice to have that gear, isn't it? Isn't that amazing?
I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know anything about that gear.
It's nice to look at. Maybe in your car, you can probably make that turn in your vehicle of choice. This will be the 8th hitter coming to the plate here. What a 5th inning explosion by the Mariners. Branyan homers on a 3-1 pitch, and out later, Lopez base hit up the middle. Jojima doubles down the left field line. Gutierrez first pitch, bango, a 3-run homer to tie it. Now the lead runs at third with 2 outs for Endy Chavez, who struck out swinging and struck out looking.
As I mentioned, the Mariners have hit for the cycle in this inning. Lopez with a base hit, Jojima with a double, of course the home run by Gutierrez, and then the triple by Ichiro. And that's after really not doing much of anything for the first 4 innings.
Millwood had a perfect game through 4. Hold the string on Endy again. Chavez does not have good numbers against Kevin Millwood, entering tonight 5 for 26. Look at that. He didn't throw any more than a dozen pitches until now. Bouncing ball, second base, Kinsler. That'll do it for the Mariners, but what a 5th inning. Mariners score 4 times to tie it at 4-4. They get home runs from Branyan and Gutierrez. Good work in the 4th, in the 5th inning to tie it at 4-4. After Texas got out to the quick start, happy 13th birthday. Rally fry time. Is that your winner, Mike? It
That
is
the winner. Happy birthday. 13 years old. Nice glasses.
Whitney celebrating birthday number 13. He picked a heck of a night to come. Gotta love the glasses. Elton John would be pleased.
From my neck of the woods down in Puyallup.
Nice birthday present. See the Mariners come back, tie it up in the 5th inning. 1-1 to Nelson Cruz leading off here in the 6th. Fireworks here. Boy, she came really geared up. Fouled off by Cruz. Cruz, Murphy, and Davis 6, 7, and 8 for the Rangers here in the 6th inning. Felix has struck out 8. Has not walked anybody, nor has Millwood. What an explosion by the Mariners. Detroit was in here last month. Justin Verlander. It's perfect. And all of a sudden they changed their strategy. And like you just mentioned too, hey, he's around the plate. Patience. He's around the plate. Let's go. And that's what they did against Verlander. Did it again here tonight.
I think the first couple of innings as an offense, you take a look at what the pitcher's doing, and he'll dictate how you're going to go. A lot of times your plan is to be patient in a ball game because a guy might be wild at times. But if that night he's throwing strikes, eventually you have to swing it, hit your way back into it.
Fouled off the end of the bat. 3-2 to Nelson Cruz.
You look at the Mariners, 15-10 in first place in the West, and we've seen it a couple of times now. Even in the game yesterday, they were down 3 runs in the 13th inning and came back. We've seen the offense pick the guys up a number of times now early in the season. That's a good sign.
How about the 13th? You fought like heck to get there. Kenji ties it.
Right.
They get there 13th, then they get 3. And that's super deflating. You know, you get 13, 14 innings, somebody puts up a 3 spot. 1's maybe not the big deal, but 3. Yeah, you figure that's almost insurmountable, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But again, it's what the Mariners have done. They're taking advantage of the teams in the West that are struggling right now. Ziegler, their fine bullpen guy, was down. He was ill for the series, and he's somebody you normally would see. Wow.
Beltre makes it look easy. 1 down. That ball was stung by Cruz. 1 down. Let's take a look at the fan pulse. Brought to you by Washington's Department of Ecology. What was the most incredible event of the past week? You get some good choices here. 3 pitchers used in a doubleheader. Lopez, an epic game-winning at bat on Friday night. And how about the 13th inning comeback and the win in the 15th yesterday? Boy, if you said push on all 3, I could live with that.
I could too. Do you have a favorite? If you had to pick one, what would you take?
The comeback C.
I would go with B.
That wasn't bad. I'll tell you what, 14 pitches. I mean, you got to stay. How about the fact it's one thing to be able to foul off. You got to stay very mentally strong on that.
And especially since he was seeing everything. They threw everything from changeups to breaking balls to fastballs all over the place up in the zone. He hung in there.
Felix misses away. 2-0 now to David Murphy. Man, 14.
And then after all of that to get the hit.
Yeah, right. Cut her away. It was up in his eyes and he went with it. 3-0. Like
they're agreeing with you.
Feel like Jerry Lewis on the tote board coming in, man. 3 balls and a strike. Murphy's 1 for 2. Felix has battled back to 3-2. It's 3-2 and Cruz got him to ground out hard. See the on deck hitter Chris Davis. Felix has won 3 consecutive starts. This is his 18th start against Texas. Most he's had against anybody. 1 down in the 6th. The 3-2 pitch. through the hole for base hit. Murphy 2 for 3. Next BECU half price family night. Mark your calendar set for Monday, May 18th, when the Angels come to town to visit Safeco Field. Get great seats for as little as $10. It's a perfect night to gather your family and friends. Come out to the ballpark. Tickets, they're available at mariners.com. Rick Adair going out to speak with Felix.
His second trip of the night. Sure is asking how he's feeling under the weather starting the game tonight.
$16,421. Sean White getting up. See if Felix can get out of this. Got well wishes to Ken Griffey Jr. Got a case of diverticulitis, and he woke up the left side. Felt like somebody kicked me in the side. Gets this on occasion. He's had it once. Usually gets about once a year. Flame colon. Hopes to be back tomorrow. That misses off the plate to Chris Davis, who struck out twice, both on 0-2 pitches.
As far as the starters go, Felix, what is he, the third one? I know that Jared Washburn was under the weather on one of his starts. I think Silva was in one of his. And now Felix.
Checked down with third base umpire Casey Moser. Said that Davis did go 1-1. Sixth inning action here at Safeco. The Mariners were down 4-0. They tied it. Oh, there's a drive deep right field. Ichiro's going to watch that one leave the yard. Chris Davis, his 6th home run. It's a 2-run blast. Texas back on top, 6-4. That is the second home run given up by Felix tonight. It's the 4th of the game.
And it looked like it was a breaking ball. Take a look at the pitch, see the location of it. Middle of the plate, probably about knee high.
And he did not miss it. Young hit a home run. His home run was a breaking ball away.
Up and out over the plate.
Two home runs given up by Hernandez tonight. It's 3 on the season. So the Mariners will just have to battle back again. Oh, 0-2 to Saltalamacchia. He too has struck out twice. Rangers have banged out 10 hits.
Rob Drake, the home plate umpire, appreciates Kenji's work on that one. He jumped out of there pretty quick.
Yes, he did.
They're laughing about it too.
A 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Saltalamacchia is retired. 2 outs. Strikeout number 9. Yeah, he's got a size 3 collar working.
Take a look at this last pitch. Again, the bottom just falls out of it, sitting on a fastball.
The dangerous Ian Kinsler, who's 0 for 3. He sent Chavez to the track back in the 3rd inning. Kinsler and Young, the only players in this squad to play every game thus far in this early season. Two and 0 hitters count. Kinsler 6 for 27 against Felix Hernandez. Here's the 2-0. Could not hold up. One of the top offensive players in baseball, Ian Kinsler. Hernandez trying to get rid of him here with 2 outs in the 6th. Fly ball center field, no problem for Gutierrez. He's right there. That will do it. And a 2-run Chris Davis home run gives Texas the lead again at 6-4 Rangers. Against Kevin Millwood here in the home 6th. Just joining us, Rangers have scored 2 runs in each of the last 3 innings, 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. Blasted out 2 home runs. The most recent, Chris Davis, 2-run shot in the 6th. In tight to Sweeney, who's 0 for 2. Kevin Millwood retired the first 12 Mariners. The Mariners exploded in the 5th inning for 4 runs on 5 hits. That is a fair ball. Mike Sweeney's aboard. He'll take the big turn, and he's going to get his way into second base with a double. So Mike Sweeney starts his 6th on an upbeat note. Last inning, Coors Light freeze can. Let's take a look at these home run strokes, Mike.
Take a look at this one by Russell Brain on a 3-1 pitch. Just room service fastball right in the middle of the plate. Hooked it out of right center. He hit it so hard it was just a line drive. And then Gutierrez, really nice swing, pulling his hands inside, keeping this ball fair. A 2-seamer running in on him. Hit it in the back of the bullpen. Nice work.
There's Brandon. He's got 7 of the Mariners' 21 home runs on the season. Mike Sweeney at second. Mike's 4th double of the year. Strike 1 to Brandon. So 1 for 2. Leadoff home run in the 5th. Kevin Millwood from Gastonia, North Carolina. Same town that produced Basketball Hall of Famer James Worthy. Angels stretch out their lead. The Yankees clawing back in the 6th. Broken bat, little tapper. Millwood checks the runner and throws out Brandon. That's scary.
I don't know if this is a cutter, but it jams Brandon. You can see he tries to hold up his swing and just saw his bat right in half.
So 1-out runner at second for Beltre here in the 6th inning. Mariners have 6 base hits. 5 have been for extra bases. A couple of home runs. Got triple by Ichiro. Doubles by Jojima and Sweeney. And a single by Lopez.
Sean White's up and throwing in the Mariner pen again, so Felix is probably finished for the night. Up around 95 pitches.
1-0 to Beltre. Plays off. There's Sean. Part of the stellar bullpen from yesterday. White went an inning at 2/3. Gave up a hit and a walk. Beltre could not check, so 2-1. Beltre 0 for 2 tonight against Millwood. He's got 19 career hits against Millwood. In 66 at bats, 3 of them are home runs. Well hit. Young snares it. Throws across. He got him. Nice play. Runner moves to third. Sweeney. 2 down.
Michael Young, the Rangers shortstop the past few years. You know he has pretty good range. Nice hop. The ball bounced up in the air a little bit easier when it does that to dive. And nice easy toss across the diamond.
So runner at third for Jose Lopez. 2 outs. Fly ball short center field. Andrus gives way to Bird, the center fielder, and that will do it. The Mariners get a runner to third. He's stranded there. 6 in the books here at Safeco Field. Rangers have a 6-4 lead.
They ended up with 9 strikeouts in the game. But the Rangers, that's what they do, leading the league with 44 home runs as a team coming into it. And a couple of them cost them, but you can see it's really good stuff. Nice changeup, good breaking ball tonight to get the 9 strikeouts.
A 9 strikeout night for Felix Hernandez in 6 innings. But the long ball really got him. 6 innings for Felix Hernandez. Gives up 6 runs, and they would have let him really rough him up. 6 innings, 6 runs, all earned, 10 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts, 97 pitches, 65 for strikes, and we see Shaun White. And he'll face 2, 3, 4 in the Texas order here in the 7th inning. Elvis Andrus to lead it off. Andrus has 2 hits, and he's been impressive. He's 2 for 3. It's a little bit to me like when I first saw this young man, it looked like he could be related to Hanley Ramirez, same body type, maybe not quite as tall. Ramirez, I believe, is a little bit taller. This young man's 6 foot. Ramirez for the Florida Marlins, really good-looking player, all-star caliber shortstop over the National League. Nissan shift to the bullpen.
Yeah, and over the last year or two, he's put on some more weight, hitting the weights and getting a little bit stronger. But this young man at 20 years old has a chance to do that.
Brandon to White, and they just get Andrus. One out here in the 3rd. So Shaun White, saw him yesterday, came in for Chris Jakubauskas in the 5th inning. Shaun went in an inning and 2/3, 1 hit and 1 walk. Here's Michael Young. He's had a heck of a night. 2 for 3. He's got a single, a run scored, and hit a 2-run homer. Shaun White comes in with an impressive ERA. Under 1. Here's the 1-0 to Young. Fifth inning, Young with a man aboard, first pitch swinging, homer to right field. First of 2 Texas home runs this evening. Then in the 6th, the 2-run homer by Chris Davis. Pulls one down to Beltre. 2 down. Coming up tomorrow, our Comcast pitching matchup, Vicente Padilla against Eric Bedard. Ron Washington said Padilla's numbers may not show up, but his velocity's a little bit down, but he said he's battling like crazy. And he said one night somebody's going to see velocity in a guy who really knows what he's doing out there. Padilla's another guy the Mariners see all the time. Hank Blaylock. Ron Washington said about Padilla, he may not be winning games, but he's not a weak link. Going to rattle off 6-7 wins before long. Ball and 2 strikes to Blaylock. DHing this evening. Don Wakamatsu's crew is going to have to come from behind again, in tight to Blaylock, 2-2.
I think that's the biggest difference what we've seen early this year as opposed to last year is they had the ability to do that, and we've seen it, and they proved it to us.
Good mindset, you know.
Well, you have to have it, and at some point you have to go out and actually do it, and the guys have done it a number of times.
2 down here in the 7th, 3-2 to Hank Blaylock. The pitch fouled off. On deck is Marlon Byrd, center fielder for the Rangers. He's 1 for 3 with RBI single. Lined out hard to Beltre. Here's the 3-2. Lost it. So 2 out, 7th inning base runner for Texas. It is the first walk of the game. Create your own Mariners collectible using your favorite photos at the photo store on Mariners.com in 3 easy steps. You can make your very own Mariners memory. Visit Mariners.com today. Marlon Byrd Taps one foul. Always like to see that adult passing the baseball onto the kid nearby. Good stuff. He's never quite that lucky.
As opposed to, I think it was last year actually in Arlington when we saw the one get pushed the kid out of the way.
Remember that?
He got booed out of the stadium.
Oh, that was terrible. You're right.
Yeah, remember that?
Luckily, it was only boos they aimed at him.
Yeah.
Big swing by Bird, who started his career with the Phillies, played with the Nationals. Third year with the Texas Rangers. Sean White trying to get rid of him here. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Nice job by Sean White. Comes in the 7th inning. Gives up just a walk and gets out of it. 6-4 Texas. Use your enhanced ID. I'm with Mike Flowers. I'm Dave Sims. Glad you could join us here at Safeco Field. 6-4 Texas. The Mariners going to have to produce some more Mariner magic. Rally again. They've done it once tonight. Trailing 4-0. After 4.5, they responded with a 4 spot in the bottom of the 5th. But then Texas came back, put 2 more on the board in the top of the 6th inning. Kevin Millwood facing off against Kenji Jojima. Andrus plays the hop, throws out Kenji. Check the Banner Bank building to the future. Greg Hallman, 302, 7 homers, 21 RBI, and 10 runs scored. AA West Tennessee.
In the last 11 games?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's impressive. Here's Franklin Gutierrez, 3-run homer. Tied the score in the 5th inning. Also struck out looking. Franklin's got 3 home runs on the season now and 13 runs batted in.
Got his average up to 284.
Yeah, he came into, I believe, tonight's game hitting something like a 447 clip. We're talking about the team rallying. I mean, he played with some teams at the 95 club, right?
It was an offensive team.
Offensive team, you got down, you didn't sweat it, right? There's a base hit for Gutierrez. One out base runner in the 7th.
The best team at that obviously was the 2001 team.
Sure.
Those guys. Take a look at the swing. Doing a nice job. At one point he was really struggling and kept getting his work in. And things are turning around for him now.
But they are. 2 hits. Got an 8-game hitting streak. He's up to 293. Here's Betancourt. Gutierrez right now, boy, he's hit .464 over his last 8 games. Pitch to Betancourt. Fouled out of play. Yuri 0 for 2 tonight. He got down the bunt yesterday that was thrown away by Dana Evelyn. That was in the big 15th inning for the Mariners. Gutierrez to third, and he eventually scored on Lopez. Short fly ball to center. Rajay Davis got a terrible jump on. Saw the big swing. The ball didn't come nearly that far off the bat. Fell in, and Mariners win. Runner goes. Swung on. Looper. Base hit. Gutierrez will get third easily. They hit and run with Uni, and he comes through. 1 out, runners at the corners for Ichiro.
Gutierrez takes off on the pitch. This one's hit right off the end of the bat. Little looping line drive.
Put the game in motion. Now Ichiro will be the hitter. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. New pitching coach for the Rangers, Mike Maddox, going out for conference. Mike spent some time active pitch with the Phillies. Most recently, I believe he was with the Milwaukee Brewers organization as a pitching coach. And he was here in Seattle as well. Top of the order, Ichiro. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Mariners down 2.
Middle of the Rangers infield will play back for the double play.
Ichiro 1 for 3. Off the fist, Kinsler. Andrus. They don't get him. Run scores. It's a 1-run game. Ichiro, that extra gear that he's got, getting down that line. So Ichiro's aboard.
Ball not hit hard enough with Ichiro's speed. You'd expect him to beat this one out, and he does.
So now we got a 1-run game. Scoring on a play was Gutierrez. Ichiro's at first for Andy Chavez, who's 0 for 3. Runner goes. The throw by Saltalamacchia, not in time. Goes into center field. Good backup by Marlon Byrd. Prevents Ichiro from taking third base. That's Ichiro's 4th stolen base. He's 4 out of 6.
That's perfect time to go. You're down by a run, couple of outs. If he gets thrown out, you still have Chavez leading off next inning. Get tangled up a little bit at second base. By the time he realizes it's in center field, decides to stay at second.
So Ichiro picks up an RBI and a fielder's choice, then steals second. Andy Chavez looking for his first hit tonight. Here those Mariners battling back again. Chavez trying to check in with a base hit. He's 0 for 3. Struck out twice. Grounded out to second. Slaps it the other way. Andrus throws across. Just got him. Good hustle down the line by Indy. But the Mariners do peck away and now only trail 6-5 as we head to the 8th inning here at Safeco. Rangers over the Mariners, top of the 8th inning, breezing along here at the ballpark. Sean White in for inning number 2. Came in relief of Felix Hernandez, who went 6 innings, 6 runs, all earned, 10 hits, no walks, 9 Ks. White with a walk and a strikeout. In the 7th inning, he's going to face Nelson Cruz, David Murphy, and Chris Davis. 6, 7, and 8. Here in the Texas order. Rangers have won 3 of their last 4 road games. .12-12 ball club. Here's the 1-1. Blacks Mariners on the Ranger ball club. We got Eddie Guardado and Omar Vizquel. Two to Cruz. Got a base hit in the 4th. There's Eddie G. Eddie Guardado, everyday Eddie. Nice hop for Brennan. And there's Omar Vizquel. Boy, he's been he's really taking interest under his wing. It's helping the young man out a lot. And Omar's still making plays. He's played in about 8 games. Mariner fans, new FSNinsider.com delivers all the excitement of Mariners baseball with unique current content and fan-friendly features. Become an insider. Log on now to FSNinsider.com. David Murphy. 2 for 3 tonight. Base hit to left, base hit to right. Came over an Eric Gagne deal about 1.5 years ago. 3-0. On deck hitters, Chris Davis. He's done some damage tonight. A 2-run homer in the 6th. 4-pitch walk to Murphy. Second walk of the ball game, both by Sean White. And Rick Adair going to have a word with Sean White. Chris Davis homered on a 1-1 pitch, hit it into the right field stands.
Sean's been falling behind the hitters, the Ranger hitters. The good news is because they're so aggressive, he's getting ground ball outs. I think it's because they're trying to do some damage, and he has pretty good sink to his fastball, and he's getting ground balls and playing off of their aggressiveness. But you'd really like to work ahead of the guys. Eventually that'll catch up to you.
So Denny Stark warming up. And Davis, that was his 6th home run. This young man worked his way quickly through AA and AAA to the big club last year. He played 80 games with the Rangers last year, hit 17 homers, 55 runs batted in. He went for 23 home runs and 73 RBIs in 2 minor league stints before coming up. The runner goes. Here's a throw by Kenji. It is in time. He got him. First base runner thrown out by Kenji Jojima this season.
Take a look at it and see the footwork of Kenji. Notice the way he gets on top of it. He used to throw it kind of sidearm down there. Roger Hansen worked with him a lot on working on his feet, trying not to be so quick. Wow, that was close at second. Look like maybe he was able to get his foot in there. But nice throw by Kenji.
2 outs here in the 8th. Back up the middle, make that 3 outs in the 8th. Sean White, 2 scoreless innings of relief. Mariners down a run. We head to the home 8th with Sweeney, Brennan, and Beltre. Program your cell phone to report litterers at 1-866-LITTER-1-LITTER, and it will hurt. By Metropolitan Appliance, the only appliance store you'll ever need. And by Corona. This Cinco de Mayo, be sure to grab some ice-cold Corona or Corona Light, the perfect holiday for Mexico's favorite beer. Relax responsibly. Here at Safeco Field, crowd of 16,421 on hand. And Kevin Millwood pitching into the 8th inning. He's done a good job getting deep into the games. In this now his 6th start. He's gone 7-7, 9, complete game loss, 7 and 8 innings worked. 38 innings entering tonight's game.
That just his 80th pitch here in the 8th inning.
How about the last inning? He faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters. Gave up a run on 2 hits and threw 10 pitches.
Been very efficient tonight.
The 1-1 to Sweeney. Fouled off. Like 1 for 3 tonight. There's their closer, Frank Francisco, and holding the ball is C.J. Wilson, the blue glove. C.J. coming off of had Tommy John surgery a couple of years ago, as did Frank Francisco. Eddie Guardado said, I got the Tommy John surgery and lost 4 MPH. on my fastball. As C.J. Wilson picked it up. And Francisco's had a good run as the closer. The 1-2. Francisco's the closer now, and C.J. Wilson had been during his time here with the Texas Rangers ball club. I asked him about his role. So what's your role? He says, yeah, that's the question. 2-2. Yanked, foul. 2-2 to Sweeney. Russell Brannon's on deck. Brannon hit his 7th home run. That led off the 5th inning. Big 5th inning for the Mariners. They scored 4 times on 5 hits. Here's Sweeney's last swing. Couldn't keep it fair. So 2-2. Millet's done a good job changing speeds tonight, too.
He's been able to throw everything for strikes when he wants to. And you look at him now, 84 pitches, 61 strikes, just 23 balls. It gives you an idea how efficient he's been.
David Ardsma getting ready. 2-2 to Mike Sweeney. 8th inning. Salamakia smothers that. He's run a full count. On deck, Brandon. Mariners closed the gap in the 7th. Ichiro, RBI and a fielder's choice. The 3-2 to Sweeney. Popped up, taking a look. Michael Young, and he'll run out of room. Again, these Texas Rangers playing without Josh Hamilton, their team MVP from a year ago. What a year he had. 304, 32 home runs, and 130 runs batted in. So Ron Washington has had to move Andrus up to the 2 hole. Young down to the 3. Here's the 9th pitch to Sweeney. Bouncing ball. Young retreats. Long throw. And Sweeney's gone. 1 out here in the Mariners 8th. Mariners Press Box Suite provides you and your guests with some of the best seats in the ballpark, plus a pregame guided ballpark tour. This all-inclusive experience is like no other in sports entertainment, and a limited number of game dates remain here for you. So to reserve your Mariners Press Box Suite, call 206-346-4001 or visit mariners.com. So Ron Washington, some attababies and some attaboys to his starter Kevin Millwood, who throws a heck of a ball game here. He leads with a 6-5 lead. He's got 1 out in the 8th. It'll be C.J. Wilson against Brannon. Fifth inning, Russell Brandon, 3-1 pitch, leading off the fifth. That's home run number 7 for Russell Brandon. And then Franklin Gutierrez with a couple of men on. That was the first pitch he saw. That was in the fifth. That ties the score at 4-4 against Kevin Millwood. Then in the 6th inning, Chris Davis unloads. That's his 6th, a 2-run shot. And that gives Texas a 6-4 lead. And then in the 7th inning, Etro puts it in play right here. They try to get the double play. Etro beats it out, run scores. It's 6-5, and that's where we are right now, 1 out. And the new pitcher is C.J. Wilson. Had surgery to remove bone spurs from his left elbow last August. Coming off a strong performance last night. Faced 3 batters, closed out last night's win against the White Sox. Brandon, he has to get some work done against a left-hander. So 0-for-2 career against C.J. Wilson. And the count 2-0. And there for a strike.
Wilson's always had a good arm. See, his fastball's 94 miles an hour.
Got 38 career saves, most by a lefty in Texas history. A drive to left field, long run for Murphy, and he's there. 2 outs in the Mariners' 8th. And Ron Washington got what he wanted out of C.J. Wilson. He's going to bring in a right-hander to face Adrian Beltre. Get back to Safeco Field and bring in their big guy, Frank Francisco. In a 1-run game. Is better banking and by Money Tree. Visit moneytreeinc.com for a location nearest you. Money Tree, choices are good. A cool evening here in Seattle. Safeco Field, the site. Texas with a 6-5 lead. They bring in their big gun, their closer Frank Francisco. 2 outs here in the 8th to face Adrian Beltre. They went on righty on righty after getting C.J. Wilson. They got Russell Brandon a fly out to left, and this guy's been tough on the Mariners. Mike, a 1.44 ERA against the Mariners.
Well, look at his numbers overall this year. He's perfect in save opportunities. ERA 0, 10 strikeouts in the 11 innings he's pitched. Opponent's average just 125.
So Francisco will do battle against Adrian Beltre. Beltre is 1 for 5 against Francisco. That one, a home run. Mariners down a run. Michael Young playing a deep third base on the line. And the outfield deep as well. Francisco 6'3", 232. Oh, 2 to Beltran. Beltran 0 for 3, grounded to short, fly to left, and Young robbed him. Back in the 6th. The 0-2. Fly ball, center field. Young, make that bird, has no problem. He's right there, just shy of the track, about 2 steps. The 9th inning we go. Rangers have a 1-run lead. Finale of this quick 2-game set with the Rangers. We're going to join you live from Safeco Field at 1 p.m. as the Mariners wrap things up with the Rangers tomorrow afternoon. See all the smiling faces at the ballpark. Pitching matchup for tomorrow afternoon. Getaway special. Mariners will be hitting the road again. Vicente Padilla against Eric Bedard. Mariners have their 3rd pitcher in the ball game. It's Denny Stark. Pitched 2/3 of an inning yesterday. Gave up a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Good for him because that was his first major league appearance since July 19th of 2004 versus San Diego. It's only a span of 1,747 days. The guy's twice undergone Tommy John surgery. Remarkable. Jarrett Saltalamacchia to lead it off. 9-1-2. Be followed by Kinsler and Andrus. Saltalamacchia gone down swinging 3 times. Two and 1. Stark to keep the Rangers off the board here. Give the Mariners a chance in the home 9th. It'll be Lopez, Jojima, and Gutierrez, 6, 7, and 8. Two. Imagine the perseverance this guy's got to have.
It's really unbelievable. I was talking to Dave Niehaus about it earlier today. We were talking about Denny and the fact that you go and you get the Tommy John surgery and you go through that amount of pain and rehab to get back to find out it didn't work and you have to go do it again.
And he said, my body rejected it. Do it again.
What's been nice to see is Mariners bullpen off to a really good start this year. But they're also showing some depth now. Recalling Sean White, who's done a really nice job for him, and now Denny's up here.
Sean Kelly, Vargas, last man standing, gets a win yesterday. Only left-hander in the pen. 2-2. Sean White, the book on him closed. 2 innings, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Felix Hernandez started 6 innings, 6 runs all earned, 10 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts. The 3-2 to Salamakia. Little looper. Indy is there. Slice right back to him. Good coverage. Denny Stark now gets the battle. Ian Kinsler, who's been shut down tonight, 0 for 4. And that's saying something for Kinsler's having a fabulous start. Swing and a miss.
Talked about his home runs and RBIs and all that stuff. He was hitting 337 coming into the game.
Denny Stark out of Edgerton, Ohio, down low. Staying warm at the ball game, keeping the faith, coming into the 9th inning. Strike 2 on Kinsler. At 337 to start the night, very impressive. But then you look at the American League batting leaders, and I know it's still early, but Kevin Youkilis 407, Cabrera 393, and Victor Martinez at 388.
I think I saw a highlight of Cabrera hitting a home run again tonight.
Good hitters there, boy. And Victor Martinez is healthy. Look out. One out here in the top of the 9th. 1-2 to Kinsler. Betancourt fields. Fires and retires Kinsler. So Kinsler 0 for 5 tonight. 2 down here in the 9th inning. Get an update of the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Washington's Lottery. 6-4 Red Sox. That's a 2-game series at the new Yankee Stadium.
Mark Teixeira with a couple of home runs in that game.
So Posada just left the game with a hamstring injury. Yankee catcher. 2 outs. Here's Andrus. Elvis Andrus. 2 for 4 tonight. Runs scored. Six-five ball game. One and 1 to Andrus. Good pitch. 1-2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Denny Stark called up a few days ago. He's 1-2. Struck him out. Denny Stark pitches a 1-2-3 ninth. Time for the offense. Last licks here in the 9th with Lopez. Jojima, Gutierrez down a run. The comeback, they're going to try to do it again tonight. Frank Francisco came on to get the final out of the 8th inning. And he's had a perfect season closing out games here. Of course, we're only a month into the season, but he's been perfect nonetheless for the Texas Rangers. He'll face Lopez, Jojima, and Gutierrez here in the 9th inning. Lopez yesterday against Dana Evelyn drops one in front of Rajay Davis, who got a terrible jump on it, and that won the ball game for the Mariners. First pitch to Lopez from Francisco, down low, ball 1. Lopez 1 for 7 career against Big Francisco.
Well, the Mariners yesterday were down a run in the 9th inning, came back and hit a solo home run by Kenji Jojima, who's on deck, tied the ball game up.
Fly ball, left center field from Marlon Byrd. 1 out. The Mariners have not had a hit since a 1-out base hit by Gutierrez in the 7th. Check that. Betancourt in the 7th was the last hit. Frank Francisco, the 3rd Texas pitcher tonight. Kevin Millwood started 7 1/3, 5 runs, 8 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. C.J. Wilson for a 1/3 of an inning. Down low to Kenji Jojima, 3 for 7 against Frank Francisco. How about Kenji yesterday, 9th inning?
His first pitch fastball that he hit out into the bullpen tied the game up.
Bounced all the way back to the field. Here's the 1-0. 2-0.
A couple of off-speed pitches by Francisco. Somebody read a scouting report that Kenji hit a fastball out of here yesterday.
Count on it. Here's the 2-0. Andrus gloves it, throws across. Oh, he got him! Oh, brother! Here comes Don Wakamatsu quickly out of the dugout. Oh, man!
First of all, I think Kenji probably beat it, but secondly, I don't think Davis had his foot on the bag. When he stretched out there to get it, it looked like he drug his foot off the base.
Oh, brother! First base umpire Paul Emmel.
Wow.
Andrus with the throw.
What a great play.
Sure was. Oh my goodness. Foot was off the bag. 2 down here in the 9th. Foot was off the bag.
You think he beat it?
Yeah. You?
I thought he beat it.
There's Gutierrez. To the strike. 3-run homer, tied it in the 5th. He's 1 for 2 against Francisco. Boy, that's a tough break. Two outs, bottom 9, down a run. Line drive, base hit. That'll drop in.
Going to be 2. No.
Getting to it quickly, Nelson Cruz. So a broken bat looper for Gutierrez. 3 successive hits for him. Boy, he's on fire. Got his batting average up to 303 for 278. Gutierrez hitting streak at 8. 10 for his last 28.
You have to think on that base hit, if the call had gone to the Mariners' way on Kenji, he'd be standing at 3rd right now with an opportunity to tie this game with just 1 out. Boy, oh boy.
Betancourt going to try to keep it alive here. Get the tying run at first base. Uni representing the winning run. Down low. Betancourt 2 for 9 against Francisco.
Rangers defense pretty standard at this point. Young guarding the line at third base. The outfield very deep, trying to take away the double.
1-0 to Uni. 2-0. Taking a long look down at Bruce Hines at third base. Tying runs aboard in Gutierrez. The 2-0 to Uni. 3-0. Ichiro's on deck. Francisco set. 3-0 pitch. Taken for strike. Ran one. Ron Washington. Ball club 500 entering this game. 12-12. 2.5 behind first place Mariners. Betancourt trying to keep this game going. There's the 3-1 throw over. Whoa! How about Chris Davis showing some ups?
I think as hard as Francisco threw that, if he wasn't able to jump up and catch it, it ends up in the seats.
Wow. That was a late snag, too, of the glove, too. Just waved the glove at it. Got the webbing. Three balls, one strike to Betancourt. Walked him! The winning run is aboard. There's still life. There's still a pulse. Ichiro got it done yesterday. Big RBI in the 7th inning. Another one in the 13th inning.
It was a good time for Betancourt to get his first walk of the season.
How about that?
Scoring position. How about that is right. Gutierrez with good speed at second base. Have to believe with 2 outs, they're going to send him on most base hits.
So you got some really good runners on the base paths right now. Gutierrez, Betancourt, and Ichiro runs well at home plate, as you know. That is the first walk issued by Texas pitching tonight. Ichiro 1 for 8 against Francisco. The first pitch to Ichiro. Driven to center field. Bird broke back, but it's going to go right to him, and that's going to do it right there. Texas wins 6-5 as Ichiro flies out with 2 men on. The Mariners made another bid, but come up a little bit short. 2 hours and 28 minutes for this one. Kevin Millwood wins it. He goes to 3-2. Felix Hernandez loses for the